Hi, and welcome to the Perfect Launch System video book. I'm so excited you're here. This is a brand new format we're calling a video book. It's different from a traditional audiobook because you can watch as I read through each chapter podcast style, recorded right here in the same studio where we produce our weekly episodes of the Harvest Growth podcast. Each chapter is its own video, and if you're watching on YouTube, you have a couple of ways to enjoy it. You can let the chapters play in order automatically. Just sit back and each new chapter will start right after the last one finishes. Or if you'd rather jump to a specific topic, just look in the video notes below. I've included a short description of each chapter to help you pick the ones that are most relevant to you right now. Now, why did I create this video book? My goal is simple. I want to share the proven strategies that we've developed over the past 20 years, starting from my time working with major brands like Kraft Foods and OxyClean, all the way through launching hundreds of products with my agency, Harvest Growth. Whether you're launching a brand new product or growing an existing business, I want you to have the tools you need to do it successfully, on your own if you choose. And if at any point you'd like our team's help to launch or grow faster, just visit harvestgrowth.com to learn more and reach out. If you would like a free electronic version of the book to follow along with, or to help so you don't have to take notes in some of the more detailed sections, go to perfectlaunch.com. In the electronic version, you'll also find over 100 pages of frequently asked questions that aren't in the video book. Use it just like the perfect reference book to help you avoid costly mistakes in your marketing. All right, let's dive into the next chapter of the Perfect Launch System. Chapter 1, Free Advertising. Free money. If you turned your TV on after 10 p.m. back in the 80s, you undoubtedly heard Matthew Lesko screaming that you could get free money from the government. He was hard to miss, as he always wore brightly colored suits with question marks all over them, and he screamed out possibly the best call to action ever written: free money. Matthew sold books that taught you how to get money from the government in the form of grants. Some claimed that he was misleading in his advertising. In 2004, the New York State Consumer Protection Board put together a report that claimed many of the grants mentioned in his books were actually public assistance grants that most people would not qualify for. The report also asserted that Lesko misrepresented some of his examples of people who had supposedly taken advantage of the government programs. Apparently, even money from the government isn't as free as it may seem. Being fully aware of the many wild claims by people like Matthew Lesko and thousands of purveyors of the get-rich-quick schemes, it's with caution that I make the claim that you can get free advertising. If you had told me in 2002, when I was managing the Planters brand, that there was a way you could get millions of dollars in national television advertising for free, I literally would have thought you were crazy. But it is true. You can advertise online, on TV, and in other marketing channels for free. Let me explain further. With traditional advertising, or what is sometimes referred to as brand advertising or brand marketing, you pay TV stations and online marketing channels like Facebook and Instagram to air your content. And eventually, often after spending millions of dollars to large New York ad agencies to help you buy this media time, you hope to generate revenues in retail stores or possibly from your website. I like to refer to this methodology as spend, wait, and hope, because you often never really know what's working and what isn't working. With traditional advertising, it's estimated that consumers need to see your ad 7 to 10 times before they become purchasers. And that's if your advertising is actually working. You can see how this type of advertising expense can add up. In fact, the average marketing expense for a new product launch at large CPG or consumer packaged goods companies starts at over $2 million. That's just to get the product off the ground. There is a better way. Most inventors and entrepreneurs don't have millions of dollars at their fingertips to help them propel their product launch forward. And when we work with companies that do have large coffers of cash available, we always teach them that they shouldn't spend that much on a campaign. At least not until the product and the campaign are proven. Marketing should pay for itself. That's how you get free advertising. Direct response marketing is marketing that elicits a response from consumers where they come back to the product marketer to purchase their product directly from their website, or still at a surprising rate from a call center. Because these consumers are purchasing directly from the marketer can track the performance of their ads to know exactly what is working and what isn't. With a national TV infomercial campaign, Different phone numbers are used on each station so that when consumers call to a specific phone number, we are able to track exactly which station drove the purchase. You can quickly determine which stations are working and which stations are not working. By working, I mean the advertising is paying for itself. For example, if you pay $500 for a single airing on a national cable network and $1,000 in revenue is generated from that airing, then you are returning $2 in revenue for every $1 you spend on media. We call that a 2.0 media efficiency ratio, or MER. $2 in revenue divided by $1 in media equals a 2.0 MER. In the digital marketing world, that same calculation is referred to as return on ad spend, or ROAS. We'll go into more detail on the profitability of an individual campaign in a later chapter, but suffice it to say that typically when you have an MER above 2.0, you are generally making money every time you market your product, which means you are getting free advertising. We benefited greatly from this equation during my time marketing OxyClean. OxyClean was attacked by Clorox when they launched as a competitive product, Oxy Magic, back in 2003. Clorox's bleach business was suffering due to the growth of OxyClean. The Clorox chlorine bleach business was down 8.7% from the previous year as OxyClean surged to hit $50 million in sales. Clorox, in turn, launched the powder form of Oxy Magic to directly compete with OxyClean. In the first 2 years, Clorox made a huge dent in OxyClean's sales, to the point that the company wasn't sure if it would survive. However, Clorox was focused on brand advertising, meaning that they were spending millions of dollars and hoping to get a return at a future time. Sales grew, but as soon as they started to decrease their large launch marketing budget, Clorox sales took a huge hit. It proved not to be financially sustainable, and soon thereafter, Clorox shuttered the project and stopped selling Clorox Oxy Magic in its powdered form. OxyClean was able to survive this storm because we were able to continue to spend millions of dollars in advertising, since every time we advertised, we made money. OxyClean continued to focus our efforts on 2-minute direct response commercials featuring the late, great Billy Mays. Billy was definitely a big reason for the success. With his loud but lovable personality, he captured the attention of the airwaves. But if you had inserted Billy into a 15 to 30-second brand ad, you never would have known if he was working or not. In fact, time after time, when we researched in focus groups whether or not we should keep Billy or try new talent, several people told us that they didn't like the way he yelled. But we tested other talent, and no one ever came close to selling as much as Billy did. We aired spots with Billy, and profits came in immediately. OxyClean was not founded by a large venture capital group. There were no large outside investors. And yet, OxyClean was able to beat out Clorox, that had been around for almost 100 years at the time, and literally had billions of dollars at their disposal, because OxyClean had used the power of direct response marketing to propel their business forward, driving revenues and brand awareness from advertising that paid for itself, or free advertising. Today, there are more ways than just infomercials to get free advertising, which is welcome news, because as good as direct response television marketing can be for launching a product, there are a limited number of products that can make it work. For example, a product needs to be unique, have a wide potential audience, and be visually demonstrable in order to work on TV. Online advertising through Facebook, Instagram, Amazon, and other platforms is often purchased in a direct-to-consumer fashion as well. And these online channels can use the same system in order to utilize the free advertising approach. At Harvest Growth, even though we started as an agency specializing in direct response television, now over 80% of our business is online through Facebook, Instagram, and Amazon. And even our TV campaigns typically start online for campaign testing before going live on TV. The same principles apply online that I explained for TV. For every $1 you spend on media, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Amazon sponsored ads, Google ads, etc., you need to generate a certain MER, or ROAS, generally over 2.0, in order to generate a profit. For the rest of this book, I'm going to focus primarily on Facebook ads and Instagram ads, as they work better than other platforms for launching new products for various reasons. But the same principles work for any advertising platform. Currently, we like Facebook and Instagram for online product launches because they provide better tracking, which leads to better results. Facebook tracking pixels can be added to your e-commerce website to help you track exactly what ad drove each sale. and also to help you understand the demographics of your purchasers. Amazon is an amazing platform for selling products, and we have many clients that are generating serious levels of revenue on Amazon. But it's a difficult platform to launch a brand new, unique product that no one is searching for yet. You generally need to drive traffic from somewhere outside of Amazon when you have an unknown product, and you lose tracking once consumers go to Amazon. So it's difficult to see exactly which ad is working. The specific platform is certain to change, so be sure to focus on the principles of direct response marketing rather than the specific channels.